Hey friends, what's up? This is Conni from Live Your Heart Out, and today I would like to share a little bit about my personal 2017 review, because it's been an interesting year of a lot of ups and downs, but I think in this video I'd like to focus on the good stuff, the awesomeness that happened, and some of the learnings, that I'm taking into 2018. And I mean, every year I am granted a lot of learnings, but this year has been, in one way or another, because it's been quite intense in every way. So the first awesome thing is that I feel like I'm evolving and transforming and healing on a more conscious level. I've been on my spiritual journey and I guess my inner journey for, about 6-7 years now. But this year feels like something shifted. I'm integrating a lot of the work that I've done over the years, and I've been doing more work. I've been in therapy and doing coaching. This year I feel like we really had some breakthroughs. And even if, I sometimes still go through some depressive phases and some painful transformations, I feel like I have more tools now. I trust the process more. I know that I will come out the other end. It's not as destructive and desperate anymore. I've also discovered amazing teachers such as Dr. Joe Dispenza. I went to 2 of his events. I'm going to another one in a couple of weeks actually. And I love his meditations, they're amazing. So his work and just the workshops, absolutely game changing. And I went to my second Tony Robbins event this year, which was amazing, Unleash the Power Within. I also discovered Kyle Cease, who has been just with his videos and his being and his soul, just very, I guess, helpful and supportive, just by doing his work. He's really helped me on my path, and his book actually as well. So lots happening in terms of my journey into consciousness and exploring consciousness and what it means to be a human being, and figuring out who I am and what everything means. I also feel like I know myself much better than I did a year ago. And I feel like I know so much more about why I do the things I do, why I am the way I am, how I work, and how I'm made up in terms of my beliefs and my values. And so the work with Tony Robbins and Joe Dispenza and a lot of the books I read this year definitely helped on that path. The second big awesome thing is that I really embraced my sexuality and who I am as a gay woman properly this year. There's this part of me that needs more love. That part of me is my androgynous, queer, tomboyish self. I made quite a few videos about that and really accepted and embraced myself as the androgynous, queer being that I am, and that feels really awesome. I feel like I've really made a huge step into really stepping into my truth and living my truth, and I'm sure that there is still more to come in that realm of my life. There's been a big shift. Another awesome thing is that I spent my year in a few really awesome places. I roughly spent about 5 months here in Bali. And I also spent almost 5 months in Southern California, in Encinitas and in LA. Alright, not that I work very much and deserve it at all, but I'm gonna skateboard down to this smoothie shop, get a green smoothie, come back, and then work really hard. And the rest of the time, that leaves about 2 months, I was in Mexico at the beginning of the year. It's my last morning here in Mexico. I'm leaving, I'm flying out. I was in Nicaragua for about 6 weeks. I was in Germany for maybe altogether, I don't know, a few weeks anyway. And I was in Sri Lanka So yeah, I traveled much less, I feel like, than I did the years before. And that feels good. I feel more grounded because I spend so much time in two places that right now I probably love the most. And that's been really good for me and for my process and my development. And this year, I really opened up to following my higher purpose and to figuring out why I'm really here on this planet, why I'm granted this life, to be able to then also contribute more consciously to you, to the world, and to really integrate my life with my work in a really meaningful way. And so I started this year off by switching from German to English. It kind of caused a bit of a storm, but it was necessary, and I don't regret it one bit. About a couple months later, I launched my new website and I guess my new platform, Live Your Heart Out. That was a really, really big thing, and that has been evolving throughout this year with how the message is coming through me. And I think that's another big thing that I realized, is that it's not necessarily just about what I want to do. It's really about constantly asking the question, how can I serve the best? Who can I serve the best? And what is coming through me? How is the universe kind of using me to spread a message? So I've really consciously let go of my travel blog, Planet Backpack. It was not easy because most of my income is still generated through Planet Backpack and the ebook course that I sell over there. It's been very helpful to still have this passive income coming in, even though it's definitely gone down, because once you pull your energy out of something and your love and your time and your presence, then I guess it was also a good push for me to start creating more on my new platform, and to also start creating things that would generate a new income and eventually replace the income that I've been living off from my travel blog. And so I've created a lot more this year than I did, I think, the couple years before. I made a lot of videos. I kicked the year off with a 30-day challenge on YouTube, all about vulnerability, and that in itself has been absolutely amazing, that journey of opening up so much on video, through video, and connecting with all of you in this medium on a much deeper level. So this year I've really also just rediscovered my passion for creating, and for creating every single day, because it makes me feel amazing, and I feel like this is the best way I can share what needs to come through me. So I've really embraced creativity for myself much more than I have before. And actually now, at the end of 2017, I'm rediscovering writing, which I haven't done much in the last couple of years. So that's been awesome. I've also followed my dharma, so to speak, by creating and launching an online course, The Art of Vulnerability, which came out of an online workshop that I did this year. And I ran an awesome retreat, a yoga, surf, business, mastermind, personal development retreat in Sri Lanka with my friend Corey. So that was awesome. So yeah, actually quite a lot happened in that realm, and I'm super excited as to what's going to happen next year. I have so many ideas, and yet I'm trying to stay super open to the messages that are coming from out there. Another awesome thing that happened this year is that I started contributing parts of my income to the Bali Children's Foundation. I went on a few trips with them here in Bali to visit some of the villages and the schools and the work that they do, and that's been absolutely amazing. Hello. Hello. How are you? Awesome. So that will definitely continue, and I'm excited that I made that step finally to try to make a difference in the places that I go and spend time in. Also really awesome has been that I started to work less but more efficient. After I burned out a while ago, I realized I can't be doing 8 to 10 hour laptop days. It's just not good for me. So now I actually work standing up a lot more, because it helps me to be more efficient with the time that I spend on my laptop. and I spend less time on social media and scrolling through my phone. I turn off all notifications on every app, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get a hold of me because I don't check my phone all the time. But it makes me feel more grounded, and then I can focus really just so much better on single tasking and doing one thing at a time rather than 5 trillion things, which, you know, being a type A personality and being very much in my head and a little bit ADHD is, yeah, definitely something that I struggle with as an entrepreneur that wants to achieve a lot. So slowing down, single focus, working standing up, and taking more days off. So I strive to work maybe 4 days a week now. And then for 2 or 3 days, I don't even look at my laptop. So I read a lot more. I generally play more. That's been another awesome thing that I started doing this year, is that play! We gotta play more and just kind of follow our highest excitement. And I ask myself this question actually so many times during my days. It's like, okay, I've got all my to-do lists and there's things that I have to or should do, but actually what is it that I want to do? What does my inner child want to do? Does it run down to the beach and just kind of play around with my camera? Does it want to sit down and write? Does it maybe just want to sit on my scooter and drive around Bali? Does it just want to sit and stare at the ceiling or at the sky? Does it want to read for hours on end or listen to podcasts? So just constantly checking in with myself and with my little Conni as to what it is that I want to do or create right now, away from my laptop, and maybe also away from anything that's, I guess, personal development or improving myself or working things out, you know, just doing things just because. That's play for me. It's just like really getting back into the present moment. And yeah, ask yourself, like, what's your highest excitement right now? Wow, and one massive, massive game changer this year, and I've been quite active the years before and, you know, doing a lot of yoga and surfing and whatnot, but this year I really stepped it up. I started working out 5 or 6 days a week, basically every day, but, you know, I give myself a rest day or two whenever I feel like it. But working out in the way that I either go to the gym, I go to yoga, I go running, I go swimming, or I go surfing, whatever it is, or hiking, I move my body almost daily. And that has been crucial for my mental and emotional health. It's been crucial for my productivity and being way more creative and just present when I work. I just have so much more energy when, you know, first thing in the morning after I meditate and do my morning routine is going out and moving my body, moving that energy. And also it's like the first big achievement of the day, and I kind of love that, you know, when you then come home and then you take a shower and you're like, yes, awesome. 3 last things is that I finally started to heal my gut thanks to my housemate, lives in this room. She's a naturopath with a focus on digestive health, which is amazing, and we're doing awesome work together. We do a bit of a skill share. I help her out with her business and coach her with that stuff, and she helps me out with my health stuff, which has mainly been my stomach, and we found out that I have SIBO, S-I-B-O, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And yeah, it's been really difficult to figure out what my issues have been. And so now we're on top of them. I'm on a special diet. I'm taking a lot of supplements and herbs and everything natural. And yeah, I feel like we're getting somewhere finally. But it's been a struggle, but one that I'm winning. Hell yeah. Second to last, actually that's a really big thing, is that I really de-dramatized my life, especially in terms of romantic relationships. That has always been, yeah, my biggest learnings and pains, and I guess my dharma has definitely always been in relationships. And this year though, because of a lot of the work that I've been doing for many years that I've mainly focused on a lot what they've triggered for me, I feel like everything's gotten a lot calmer. I was dating someone in California a few months ago, and that was the first very drama-free dating relationship situation that I've been in many years, and so that was a really, really good sign, even though it didn't continue on when I came back to Bali because of the distance and I didn't know when I was going to come back. I'm still very grateful for the experience, and I take it as a huge sign as to, yeah, that things are changing, things have transformed, and that has been really awesome. And now the last thing I want to share that was awesome is about 2 or 3 months ago, I started investing in Bitcoin, and I've already made a lot of money. I mean, yes, it's been going up and down. It's a very speculative sort of investment thing to do, but it's been quite fun. And you know, I've only invested play money in the beginning, but it tripled in about 2.5 months or so, and I feel like it's been a good decision to get into Bitcoin, to wanting to learn more about it, because I believe cryptocurrency is the future. I don't believe it's just a phase or just a trend, even though we don't know exactly how it's going to go and what's going to happen, because it is very much like this, just like my emotional state this year. But yeah, that's been fun. Bitcoin, yep. So yeah, it is the end of 2017, only a few more days until the new year. And I'm definitely in purging mode. The last few days have been quite intense for me, physically and emotionally. But I think it's good because I feel like I'm letting go of a lot of stuff. I'm releasing what doesn't serve me anymore so that I can enter the new year and be free of the old that's been holding me back. And you know, as much as this year has been very, very intense, I have so much hope, and I'm looking at 2018 with a lot of positivity. I know that there's light waiting next year for me. I feel like everything's transforming for me right now, let it be in business, let it be in relationships and friendships, in the way that I work inside and out. A lot of things are in process, and I know it's not just the case for me. I know that a lot of people are going through the motions at the moment, but I think I think it's a good thing. And I believe that there's going to be a lot of things happening for us human beings as a collective, and for raising even more consciousnness. Instinctively, or my intuitively, I shall say, I feel like 2018 is going to be a good year, and I trust. At the end of the day, I still trust. And I hope you do too. And it's been an amazing ride with you this year. I feel a lot of gratitude that you followed along on my journey. I'm really grateful that you are part of my tribe. Which reminds me, actually, I should point out, which I always forget at the end of my videos, that if you want to be like in my inner circle, you know, the really inner circle, you should definitely sign up for my newsletter on liveyourheartout.co. I also put the link below. But I do send out weekly newsletters and share more awesome stuff and thoughts and ideas and articles and resources and, you know, stuff. So it's definitely worth signing up for it. It's for me, it's turned into quite a personal space, my newsletter, or my weekly emails that I send out. I'd love to know what awesome stuff and learnings took place for you this year in 2017. If you'd like to share, put that in the comments below. And other than that, the sun's going down. I'm going to be sitting in the dark in a minute, even though there's still some light in the camera. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. See you in the next video. Bye. Mwah.